5 years ago, millions took to streets across the world to protest the police killing of George Floyd, a black Minneapolis man who gasped and uttered the words, "I can't breathe," and even called out for his mother shortly before dying after an officer kneeled on his neck for several minutes in May of 2020. His plea became a rally cry for the protest movement that followed, which demanded police accountability and racial justice. Companies pledged significant sums of money toward addressing systemic discrimination, and conversations about structural racism were thrust into the spotlight. Yet exactly 5 years later, after Floyd's murder, the nation has seen a drastic reversal of support for racial equity efforts. Commitments made by corporate America and the government have been dialed back or eliminated altogether. Diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, as they're called, DEI, are in the crosshairs of the current presidential administration. However, some of these rollbacks predate the current administration and actually began in the previous administration. Even as the George Floyd controversy created a temporary awareness for black people to spend money with black-owned businesses, our own efforts in that area have severely dwindled in the past 5 years. The illusion of allyship with other ethnic groups and sexual orientation groups made blackness trendy for a moment. Even some rappers who made a career on promoting the worst aspects of black and ghetto life momentarily rapped positive and pro-black messages to go along with this new corporate trend. And Black America itself, with the help of some of those same so-called allies of sexual orientation, still struggle to appreciate a living black man the way we do for those that are killed. From Ahmaud Arbery to Eric Garner to Trayvon Martin to George Floyd, these men have been martyred and exalted in death, but in life, they would probably be accused as representing toxic masculinity by the same quasi-allies that latched onto us during protests. Since this protest trend that went viral during the George Floyd controversy, many black male icons and celebrities of all ages have been publicly lynched, and many of them tied the noose themselves, using golden ropes given to them by their white unseen masters. And the culture, as we call it, has sat back and laughed and made mockery of all of them. Moral of the story: the next George Floyd is out there right now. He's alive, but he's struggling, striving, hoping he can be appreciated and loved in a society where his own manhood and masculinity and his blackness is virtually illegal, unless he becomes a mural or until he becomes a slogan on a picket sign. George Floyd needed appreciation, he needed protest, he needed love, he needed unity before he was unalived. It's too late to give it to him now. So let's appreciate, love, and unify with the ones that are still alive. It's almost as if black people and white supremacists share the same favorite type of black man, a dead one. Listen, let's not wait on the next George Floyd or Ahmaud Arbery or the next Breonna Taylor or Sandra Bland to unify our awareness and economic efforts to do for self. NationTownTV News, right down to the modern time.